Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, introduced a fascinating concept called the cash flow quadrant, which states that the difference between the rich and the poor can be summarized as follows. Those on the left side of the quadrant work for money because they need security, while those on the right side of the quadrant work for freedom so they don't have to work hard their entire life. This idea shows how important it is to learn about money and how to make money without doing anything. People can move from the left side of the cash flow quadrant to the right side, where they can be financially independent and free. Business. We've all watched successful business people at some point in our lives and wondered how they managed to accumulate billions of dollars in a single lifetime. Hollywood stereotypes frequently influence us to believe that the ultra-rich are dishonest and cruel cronies who haven't worked a day in their lives. But this thinking is our biggest mental block and keeps us both throughout our lives. Creating a profitable business requires every drop of your sweat and blood. Identifying a business idea and successfully scaling it into a multinational corporation is no child's play. Every self-made ultra-rich entrepreneur in the world, including Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg, was made in the same way through hard work. The difference between rich entrepreneurs and employees is the same as the difference between passive and active income. Entrepreneurs work really hard for the first few years to create a business, while employees work hard throughout their lives. Entrepreneurs create assets that earn them money for the rest of their lives without working anymore, while employees live paycheck to paycheck. Entrepreneurs secure their own lives and their children's lives, while employees die poor without leaving anything behind for the next generations. Real estate. While creating a business is one of the best assets for ending up with millions in net worth, it is not the only one. For many of us, having a safe and secure job with benefits is crucial to standing on our own 2 feet. With such constraints, leaving job security and starting a business is not always a risk we can take. However, that doesn't mean you have to break your back working for someone else throughout your life. You can still get out of the rat race if you start making the right investing decisions at the right time in your life. When you're young and earning an average salary, buying real estate seems next to impossible. However, that's where OPM comes in. In Kiyosaki's words, OPM stands for other people's money. He encouraged people to borrow money to buy rental real estate. Such properties create a second income stream for you other than your 9-to-5 job. The rental income pays for mortgage payments and other expenses, still adding some money to your pocket. Also, real estate investment lowers your taxes, which is like having free money in your pocket. Gradually, as you start acquiring more and more rental properties, you become less and less dependent on your next paycheck, and that's when you truly acquire financial freedom. You don't have to work for money, your assets work for you. And if you're smart about it, you will start adding multiple passive income streams as you go, creating wealth that you can pass on to the next generation. Paper assets. We all know by now that businesses and real estate initially require time and effort before you can reap the benefits from them. Most of us don't have that much time to spare after working for 10 to 12 hours a day. In such cases, Kiyosaki shares another route to financial freedom. It requires disciplined spending habits, but it is much easier to start for people with a time and money crunch. Instead of spending your hard-earned money on going to pubs and bars every week, you can invest it in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and G-Secs. Each instrument has its own risk, so you can choose based on your risk-taking capacity. These assets free you from tackling the challenges of managing a business or real estate, and at the same time, they allow you to invest in other people's successful and profitable businesses. The more you save and invest, the faster you can get out of the rat race of 9 to 5 and free up your time to add additional passive income streams to your portfolio. Commodities. Do you know why the dollar keeps gaining or losing value? Because paper money is a man-made concept. It's not real. It has value only because the government backs it, and governments can back it because the Fed can print more of it anytime it wants. This means the dollar has no value of its own. Today, the US is the world's superpower, so the dollar is the most valuable currency. Tomorrow, if some other country beats the US to become the world's superpower, the country's currency will replace the dollar. So, saving in just one currency is never the best asset to create intergenerational wealth. No one knows when that piece of paper will become worthless. To overcome all these shortcomings of paper currency, all ultra-rich individuals invest in what Kiyosaki calls God is money commodities such as gold, silver, oil, or even food grains and meat. These commodities as assets are irreplaceable. At the end of the day, we need food to survive, we need energy to commute and trade, and we need precious metals to store wealth. Paper assets can't do these things for us. With limited quantities and stable demand, commodities are also a great protection against inflation. Therefore, it is always a good idea to diversify your portfolio with some investments in commodities because they rise in value in tough times when other assets fall. Time. We've all heard the phrase, time is money. Do you know why it came into existence? According to economists, time is the most precious resource for humankind. Money comes and goes, and a lot of NBA stars end up broke soon after getting their first million-dollar contracts. But once the soils of time are gone, they are gone for good. Understand the value of your teenage years, because they are your best asset. It allows you to take more risks because you still have a long life ahead of you to earn back lost money. But once you enter old age, there is no looking back. Therefore, making the maximum use of your time is essential to retiring richer. A person who starts investing at the age of 20 will amass much more than a person who starts at the age of 30. Even the Oracle of Omaha, Mr. Warren Buffett, advises people to start young. Another way to make the best use of your time is to upgrade your skills. After a normal 5-day work week, you have 2 days to focus on yourself. You can spend this time watching movies, going to bars, or being with friends, or you can choose to improve yourself. Try starting a small business, learning new skills to get a better job, or following what you love doing. Any of these choices could change your life in a big way. In the end, having money in any form helps keep you and your family safe. Being truly rich means that even if the world's financial situation changes, you will stay protected. Health. Taking care of your health and making good use of your time is more of a mental task. To reach all of your goals and ambitions, you need to be in good shape. Most of us don't take care of our bodies when we're young. We eat bad food and poor restaurant food, drink more alcohol than is good for us, and even smoke a few cigarettes. We feel like we've worked hard and deserve a break. Then we go back to work happy and ready to make more money, so we can do it all over again. Before we realize it, we get stuck in this cycle. Not only do these unhealthy habits cut into our current earnings, but they also leave us with huge, wealth-eroding medical bills in our old age. Instead, if we invest in our bodies and exercise regularly, we can not only work more and earn more, but we can also live longer. Do you know how much it costs to start a YouTube channel? Nothing, it's free. Have you ever learned something cool from a YouTube video? Everyone has. We're all good at something. Some of us cook well, some of us love making people laugh, and some of us are computer geniuses. Why not use your knowledge and skills to help people who are struggling with something you're good at? If your skills are in demand, you'll have enough subscribers in no time. Once your online assets start making you enough money, you can turn them into a company, improve the material, hire people to work for you, and even join partner programs to make more money. Your network. Have you ever heard the expression, "A happy client is a referring client"? This little saying speaks volumes about why developing a personal brand or goodwill is crucial to the success of any business, no matter how big or small. While doing good work can get you early success, a few recommendations from your clients can completely shift the paradigm for you. For example, if you start a catering business, every party that you cater expands your network because if the guests like your food, they will tell their friends about intellectual property. Estimates suggest that more than 60% of a company's value can be found in the form of its intellectual property. Intellectual property assets account for a significant portion of a company's overall market value. Intellectual property assets can include registered intellectual property such as patents, trademarks, and registered designs. In addition, non-registered rights such as goodwill and brand awareness can also be considered IP assets. Investing in intellectual property has the potential to increase the value of a company in a number of different ways. These include the ability to prevent others from making use of inventions and the generation of revenue through patent licensing and sales. Additionally, a company's brands and products can be shielded from competition by having their trademarks and designs registered. The process of acquiring legal protection for intellectual property assets ought to be an essential component of a business plan. Patents can be extremely lucrative investments that can fetch sales prices in the millions or even billions of dollars. Specific knowledge. Specific knowledge is an incredible asset for you. as it enables you to excel in your chosen field and develop unique expertise. This specialized understanding leads to numerous benefits, including competitive advantage. Possessing specific knowledge grants you an edge over your peers in your industry, making you more valuable to clients or customers. Increased earning potential. Leveraging your specialized skill set and expertise, you can often command higher salaries or fees for your work. Problem solving. A deep understanding of a particular area empowers you to identify and address issues more effectively, establishing you as a valuable resource in your field. Innovation. Specific knowledge fosters creativity and innovation, as it allows you to generate novel ideas, products, or services based on your unique insights.